If you saw my last YouTube short, I was talking about how I am very much aware that I'm entering into like my butterfly era, in the sense of a really big transformation on a personal level in my life. And I'm all about like leaning into however you're feeling and into your season that you're in. So if you've ever been trying to like change your habits and it's like nothing is working, it's just your willpower is not there, your motivation isn't there, I'm just really big into leaning into it. Like if things aren't working and it seems like you're going against kind of the way of the world, then sit in that, okay? Maybe that isn't your season to get up and go, girl, and become the ultimate best version of you. But right now, I am entering that season. Like, I feel really good. It could be because I just kind of exited a depressive season, but it's something you just feel internally where, I don't know, I've got a lot of like positivity and optimism about this next year. And it's a kind of transformation that others might not be able to see, but I will. Like, it's a very internal work that I'm going to be doing. So the reason I had the scissors was I thought you'd do a little unboxing with some books to start off this project. I was thinking about calling it, this is kind of loud, I like making series on my channel, and I was thinking about calling it Project 365. Not that that's a special name, but to really just emphasize this is going to be a year-long journey. I have these things that I want to accomplish, and I want to look back in 365 days and be like, wow, not only did I did it, but I'm so proud of who I am today. That's kind of my vision. So the two books I got are from the same author. The first one is The Mountain Is You. I will say, just upon first glance, I'm kind of surprised how thin this book is. I first learned about this book through, I think it's Vanessa Lau or Lou on YouTube. I'll put like a picture or something. But she recommended this book, and it's just something I've had on my to-read list for a while. And again, leaning into the seasons. It wasn't until now where I'm like, I think this is the time I'm supposed to read it. And it's a book about self-sabotage. So first book on the list of Project 365. And then I didn't even know this was the same author. I saw this book referenced in, I want to say it was a Reddit thread, a self-improvement Reddit thread, but it's called The Pivot Year. And it says 365 days to become the person you truly want to be. And to my understanding, this is almost like a daily devotional in regards to you just read a page per day, but that's kind of too thick for that, isn't it? I don't know. We're going to go through this journey together, so we'll see how both of these end up. But I have a lot more books than this that I'm wanting to read. I just thought these would be the best to kind of start off this journey. I also just picked up a poster from Walmart to redo my vision board, which sounds wild because I just did one in January, 3 months ago. But the vision is so much clearer. Like, this is what I mean. You gotta honor the season you're in. You gotta pray to God to guide you and lead you. And clarity will come when the time is right. And I have so much clarity right now on where I want to go, who I want to be at the end of this journey. And if you think of any other titles other than Project 365 that we should call this, let me know. Just put in the comments below. But that is it so far. And I haven't decided the format of this in regards to like weekly vlogs, monthly vlogs, or not doing vlogs, but doing whatever, what's it called? Now I'm lost in the sauce of what I was talking about. Oh, but making videos about the specific steps I'm doing instead of it being a vlog, like me talking about a journaling session, and that would be one video, or me doing book reviews, which a new book review is coming soon if you're into that. Also, I want to share one little thing with you before I end this intro. This is one of my journals. The very first step of this journey, if you are going on this journey with me and you're wanting to do maybe a similar approach to what I'm doing, the very first thing I did when I was, had this idea in my head of I'm gonna make this like truly a project, was some journal work. And the first journaling session I did, I'm gonna call it like narrative therapy, but basically on one page I wrote what I think my personal narrative is in regards to who I am and what others maybe perceive me as. Obviously, I won't know that. That's just, sometimes I feel like a big part of our identity is our belief in how others see us to be, even if it can be wrong, it can be right, but it's not always good. And then the second page, I wrote the narrative I want to have and hold about my new self, basically. Let me see if I can read it. I don't know if I want to get that deep. I mean, let's go for it. So on the left, and I might edit some of this out because this is kind of personal, like this is my journal, but I said, and I wrote in third person, and I think that helped it be more reflective, kind of like a bird's eye view on how I believe myself to be. But I said, Courtney can be unpredictable. She is always changing her mind, but is trying to find a job that she enjoys. She is caring to a fault sometimes. She is not afraid of going after what she wants in life. Sometimes she seems lost and or sad. She is easily affected by those around her and can take on the emotions of others. She is patient until she's not. When angered, Courtney can turn on you quickly, and depending on the nature of the relationship with the person, may result in cutting them off. She struggles with never feeling enough and aiming for perfection. She is mature for her age and wise beyond her years. She is a devoted wife, loyal friend, and loving family member. I'm going to edit that part out. Courtney can be overwhelmed easily, especially by visual clutter in her environment and or never-ending to-do list. So I would say that is a very like raw, honest view as how I view myself and how I think others maybe view me. I highly recommend writing in third person for that specifically. And then my new narrative, so this is the one I'm wanting to live up to and be at the end of these 365. And I think part of it, my recommendation is to frame everything you wrote on your old narrative in a positive light. So whenever I started that entry, I said, she is unpredictable. So in this narrative, I'm writing, Courtney lives an exciting life and is always up for trying new things. That's a positive way to spin that, because I do think sometimes these negative things that we may think about ourselves are not really negative, depending on the situation that, they're placed in. Anyways, she views life as a journey for exploring, experimenting, and to be truly lived. She is authentic and lives in alignment with her beliefs and desires. Her way of living may sometimes be seen or described as hippie / wild child / unpredictable / unstable from those around her that choose to live differently. However, Courtney does not care about the opinions of others, for she knows no one can live her life but her. She is accepting and open towards others, but is never afraid to put her foot down and stand up for what she believes in. She possesses a magnetic energy that draws and attracts people to her. Courtney is naturally positive and optimistic. You'll never hear her say a bad thing about anyone else. Courtney is self-assured and confident in her decisions and does not seek the opinion / approval from others. She always makes the effort to look her best and prioritizes her health. She has more good days than bad. Time management is her strong suit. Not right now. She always arrives a couple of minutes early and is never in a rush when completing a task. She is a loving and caring wife that appreciates her husband. Courtney embraces change that life offers. She is charismatic and smiles and laughs often. So, that's the real. I didn't even leave anything out on that. That is the type of person I want to be. And not to say that I don't possess some of those traits, but I think a lot of this is going to be me doing inner work on my mindset, my self-beliefs, and not really, self-sabotaging and falling into kind of like a fixed mindset. So that is my first recommendation if you're going on this journey, is to try out that kind of journal prompt of writing your current narrative and how you see yourself, and then writing the new narrative that you want to, be in the future. I was going to say something else. I guess that's it for now. This will just kind of be the introduction video, but hopefully it's you know, this is the start. This is April 5th. So this journey is going to be until April 5th of 2025, which is wild to think about. But see you in my next video.